the Bowsers so far. So I wonder if Thugnificent is going to stay as Bowser. Cherry, you know his habits more than I do in terms of what he likes to do with character choices. So I don't know if he's the type of person where if he starts off with a character, he's most likely going to stay as them, or completely unpredictable on the other end of the spectrum. I'm not sure. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I got one thought.
Let's hear it.
Before we got to participate in like a true varsity style esports event, we played in a crew battle against Iowa State University. My school did with Thugnificent and some others, and one matchup in particular was not his absolute favorite to deal with. And luckily, you probably are seeing where I'm getting at with this. Thugnificent does not do well against Mega Man. He doesn't. It's not that he doesn't do well. It's more so just that the matchup for heavies is really hard. He hates this match against with Bowser. He plays DDD. He really doesn't. That's painful. That's pain. Like DDD versus Mega Man. Like never get to throw up Gordo. No fun. No fun zone for DDD. But we're gonna see how it works out for him here. Online is a different environment, so anything is possible, I think. And right off the bat, that could have been so detrimental. And I think that also that like I'm not entirely sure on terms of matchup spread, but I'm sure that heavies probably don't do well against Mega Man in general, as he just does so many things very well against Bowser. You have to keep in mind that Mega Man does not care about Bowser landing like on him with down air, since he can just up air and keep him in the air longer, as well as once he lands, he has so many ways of punishing him. Like, look at this, man, 132%, and there it is, the down air to pretty much manhandle Bowser off the blast zone. And I think also BW just seems to have a very good awareness of how he should be playing this matchup, with that being, I'm going to wail on you until your stock is gone, and I'm just going to deal lots of damage. I'm not going to really care about the percent you knock onto me or if whatever is going on, because like I know that as long as I can really deal with like look at that, like this is so painful.
Wow. I wonder if he's getting those I wonder if he's getting those crew battle vibes right now.
That was a long time ago, but I think that even so, the matchup is still like a matchup in Smash never changes much, and like there's not really patches that change characters' matchup spreads tremendously. And Bowser, I don't think has even gotten buffed or nerfed. But like I didn't even realize it was that good. Was how Mega Man's up air has enough active frame hitboxes on it that it literally will beat Bowser down air. And unfortunately, Thugnificent there, losing his stock to an SD, gets stuck underneath Pokemon Stadium platform, and I'm not even sure how he could have saved himself, maybe up being to the left somehow, but like, again, that's just such a hard situation. Like, look at what Mega Man can do to you in this situation.
It looked like that Thugnificent drifted a little bit too far to the right, and then Bowser's up B. It looks like, just from experience that I've noticed, he just gets, if he's under a stage and he up B's, he's just not going to make it back. So unfortunately, it just looked like Thugnificent drifted a little bit too much to the right, but I completely understand that Mega Man's up tilt is very strong, but did you see that was
the Cranberry
is
above
open. 100?
Cranberry is open.
It gets me every time. He really wanted to, and I think the craziest thing is that he purposely was using the cram as an unexpected option here, because what happened there was Thugnificent was thinking, all right, well, if he's behind me, then he's probably going to go for grab, right? He rolls behind me, and he's Mega Man at left. He's going to do back throw, of course. So I think what you saw at the end, Thugnificent probably went for a grab there, but he didn't pivot. He was probably trying to do pivot grab to, like, clink and probably do, like, F-tilt or something. But it didn't work out, as well as there was no grab to clink. So even if he would have went for it, he would have been up-tilted anyways. And Thugnificent kind of like getting point proven in a sense that we were kind of talking about. This matchup's really hard for Bowser, and I think that Thugnificent may consider a character switch, but I'm just not sure who we'd go to besides maybe Falco. But I've never seen him play them in a tournament setting. But at the same time, I can definitely understand the switch when you're playing against a character that pretty much counters every single character, like one character versus all three of your like pretty much mains and secondaries. Like, it's a really hard matchup to play against if you're Bowser.
I'm gonna go for a hard read. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say he was gonna. I was gonna say I think he was gonna go for the King K rule.
Okay.
Because I thought the Crown would actually do a really good job at beating out Mega Man's projectiles. But the reason I'm not too certain about. Oh my gosh! Did you? I have never seen that. He got 3 hits with the Gordo.
Yes.
But what I was saying before is that what I'm worried about with this, it's kind of funny that he got 3 hits with the Gordo, because I was about to say, I don't know if you should choose this because of the Gordo. Because the projectiles from Mega Man, I think every single one of them just needs a single hit on the Gordo, and it'll reflect back. Which is why I'm a little doubtful on this choice, but right now, relatively even, but I think one of the things that what is no stranger to any DDD player is using the Gordo. And I think one of the things that Thugnificent is going to have to hopefully adapt to in this matchup is roll back. One of the things he'll have to get used to is the fact of not using Gordo maybe as much as in other matchups, because then it's going to be just as easily reflected. But
nice. Use the dash attack. Really hard to hit. Yeah. The hitbox on that dash attack, while you might think it may look big, it's actually very small. Like it's pretty much like your average size hitbox. Like it's smaller than Gordo even, or like about the same size maybe as Metal Saw's hitbox, which is a bit smaller. And it does really well when DD players are able to time that 2-frame, because it pretty much always connects if you time it well. And like that's such a funny statement, because it's like if you time it well, of course. But no, it's like it's not the hardest time, but it's also like just hard enough to where it definitely requires effort. And we're seeing Thugnificent here has the stock lead. Nice patience there, knowing that he literally has to avoid that down air at all costs. And I think that if he can keep up the pace in terms of damage and just use these platforms as ways to not get down aired, because he knows that Mega Man likes the down air.
Oh, he's definitely gonna go for that back air. Oh, he didn't. He goes for the up B.
Alright, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I've absolutely no idea. Just runs off with the forward air. Sometimes it looks so simple, but honestly, it's sometimes players will just want to wait to get a ledge option. And if you assume that, you're not going to expect at all for players like BW Styles to just go off with the forward air. So,
yeah,
you know, that's always a good option.
Yeah, and I think especially in this matchup where we see Thugnificent using so much of the Gordo, you gotta keep that in mind that BW is probably thinking in his head right now, okay, well, if I see him going for Gordo off stage all the time, then I probably can just go for a falling forward air, because by the time I get there, he'll catch up with me. And there it is. Literally so much oppression, man, right there, with Mega Man even using the S smash there to literally knock back the Gordo and hitting him away. Like, look at this. This is so hard, such a hard matchup, man. And there's just so much going on that, like, DDD can just not control.
Definitely. And with that being said, Thugnificent will be finishing in 5th place tonight alongside of Gargant. And now we're going to be checking out to see who's playing next. It looks like BW Styles and Solace Hedgehog. But yeah, very good set. I think the DDD, I was a little hesitant on it at first, but one of the things I'm going to mention right now, and Cherry, you can correct me on this if I'm wrong, and Thugnificent may not like this if I say this incorrectly, but I believe that King DDD is his main heavy, would you say?
I would say Bowser more so.
Bowser, okay.
Like, definitely. Like, Bowser, he used to kind of co-main Bowser DDD as well as secondary K-Rool. But definitely as of this year, this kind of season at college, he's been pretty much primarily playing Bowser, especially against me as players improve, meta changes, matchup things get learned, whatever. Like, it's just Bowser's proven to be viable, like against most players and against most matchups, and then DDD is there for the mix-up, the catch you lacking, if you will, and there's definitely going to be times for the DDD, as well as like just any other pockets. But I think that in that match, even if he decided to not use Gordo, I think that the sad truth is that when you don't use Gordo as DDD, that's like not using forward air as Villager, or like not using charge shot as Samus, man. Like, you gotta use it. Like, it's like their best tool. And like DDD, like without it, kind of just becomes this big target that has no